Hey everybody, this is Way to Fail, back with more Civ 5 as Babylon, where I am having a very slow national college time. It's already turned 93. I want to have it done by now, not started by now, but I got a little held up by barbarians and everything earlier. Still trying to go around, still trying to explore, still trying to figure out how the hell Rome gets up there and how to even get to Rome. But I do have some other kind of pressing questions as I go forward with my play here, such as I really would like to have a fourth city to be founded at some point, and I'm not entirely sure where I'd want to go. Maybe somewhere around here, though that does possibly piss off our neighbors to the south just a little bit. But there's not really too many other great locations. This one's okay, but it doesn't give me any extra luxuries. I could try and settle over here, but see, Ragusa's all the way over here. I'm just surrounded by city-states. Like, if Belgrade wasn't here, this would be a better location. But there's not a lot of extra resources to get. Still, I feel like it's not a bad idea for me to just try and get a fourth city at some point, but it would probably help to actually scout and see what's around here. So I'm going to start just by moving down here, just to move this archer, just to see what's over there. This isn't an awful location with the fish and the wheat and the floodplains and all of that. And I have a feeling maybe some other resources will come up here. But, yeah, this is kind of the situation that we're in right now. It's just this is what I've got for my location. If we can just look at the info addict real quick, you can see that actually Sweden is doing fantastically and Babylon is kind of lagging behind, with actually Indonesia being right around there. But I'll catch up. I'm going to get some tech in the short term and the long term. But let's see here. I am number 6 out of 6, but I'm only 3 behind. So that's kind of the difference between Immortal versus not. So this is where I'm at. Probably the other big change that I'm going to do is I know I was sending a worker to build a plantation before, but what I really need to do is to chop this forest. So that's where we're going to start. I know I have a spearman coming. I know we have people going into the medieval era, but and I'll probably start building some shrines eventually, maybe to catch a pantheon or at least to get some stuff early. So yeah, no roads just yet. So we'll get one of these workers over here. Like I said, I just really need to chop that forest. But I want to see if there's anything worthwhile down here, and it looks like there may be. So I just mainly want to explore the continents, and that's actually a ruin that's undiscovered. Wow, the AI has done an awful job exploring ruins, so we'll see. Could be a decent location regardless. So there's Florence. It's nice when you run into their units and see them, and then there's China. Hello, China. Do you have anything that I want? Not yet. Maybe some gold per turn eventually. So there's India up there, Colombo. Mercantile, where they provide happiness, and I can't actually embark yet, so we'll go this way. So let's see if we can get that ruin. Actually, yes, there's iron down here, so I know I'm working on a watermill and I should have done this last turn. We're going to switch this to a settle, and we're going to settle down here. Try and get some iron. This area looks decent enough. I can settle on the coast, maybe even where that is, or I can settle up here. Probably better to actually settle up here, just so that I can get the iron eventually, the sheep. I still have river tiles, and I can get an observatory with the mountain. So it's a start. And I should be able to get that settler out after the... Oh wow, actually getting... The city's getting swarmed, so that's cute. Hello, Yeah, so let's see what we're doing here. We are going to choppity chop, and we're going to... let's see here, so that's another trade caravan. I don't think there's really anything particularly new, but unfortunately I did take my defenses away, so Sidon, Akkad's not bad. We'll just go to Belgrade for now. We'll get extended route and range later on. So 20 culture, yeah, this is going to be a great location. Right here on the coast, or actually maybe right here. I know coast can be so powerful, and it does put me near here, but I really would like to have the observatory. So, interesting things to think about. Founding on a hill is still pretty good. But yeah, Akkad's kind of in trouble. So I'm going to have to clean that up in a little bit, but I should be fine. Alright, so new orders. Guess we'll pass through Mombasa and just go that way. So, embassies might as well. China, not particularly threatening, and they're actually next door neighbors to Rome, which is interesting. So this is going to be maybe one of the weirder continents that I've seen. So there is one farm pillaged, which is unfortunate, but what can you do at this rate? Like I said, we're still in the scouting mode, as they're not being very cooperative. Let's go and build a plantation. And I guess as nice as it would be to take that out, it's probably going to be a good idea to... So here, can I buy an archer? I'm unhappy right now, so we don't want that. And I'm actually running out of tiles to work at this rate, so we're stagnant because that farm got taken out. And I don't have any workers down here. I do have enough gold to buy a composite bowman barely, so let's do that. So I'll get my luxury resource up there. I need to get some of these hooked up. I need to get my wasteful trade to be untraded here momentarily, because I should be able to get enough luxury resources from the AI. But this is a good settle location down here. I don't think Sweden's going to go for it. Let's see, one composite bowman should be enough to scare off that barbarian. So there's a camp over to the east as well. Not bad, not bad at all. So workboat, and what do you know? Luxury resources. We're up to +1 is actually one of my wines got pillaged, so that sucks a little. I mean, what can you do other than just say, please don't pillage me? So I'm going to be down for a little bit, and this is where being down some workers kind of stinks. But it's going to be a while. And this is where I'm saying I am not the greatest of all time this week. Let's go ahead and... I guess happiness building is going to be just as good here as anything. This is not a huge production city. And because I'm in stagnation and unhappiness, I can just keep the production here. So right now we're just going to focus on some happiness, especially since I'm going to build another city here. National College should be choppity-chopped here before long. So can I actually speed it up anymore? I mean, we're stagnant anyway, but I don't want to actually starve. So here, 9 turns. That'll do. Could actually work that stoneworks once I get it over there. I need another worker. So many things I need. But still, pretty good 4th city location is nice. So let's see here. There is 8 turns on that. And wow, you all came back with a vengeance. See here, what do I do now? There's no farm here. Farm wouldn't be terrible for Babylon. Could help it grow. It's on the river. I'm probably better at this rate that I don't avail myself to barbarians. So let's go ahead and... but that barbarian should be taken care of by the time I get a worker down there, because I'm going to need to repair all of those thingamabobs. Alright, so there's that. I guess I'll need to take care of that barbarian camp before long. Like I said, I just really want to know how to get to Rome. Is it all just east of India and it took that long? Can't be. So people's... Oh wow, my people are not very well fed. It's because they're not very happy. But I did get theology, and I'm in the medieval era. So if we look at our tech advancement, we're back on trapping now. Like I said, wanted theology because we're going for education next. Haha. That means I need to get universities, which I can... My goal, my hope is to be able to buy a university in my 4th city, so that's what I'm kind of saving my gold for. We'll see how that goes. Really? You're going for the worker now? Okay. You're almost dead, just not quite there. Alright, well. That composite bowman should be able to handle it. So I guess we can just... Because if he crosses the river, he's going to run out of a turn anyway, so it should be safe for me to do this. Should be safe. Trespassing in Florence, so I guess Florence just grew. And actually they're shooting arrows back at me, that's fun. So yeah, Florence did grow, or I stopped in Florence. Mountains up here. Worker going by. I need to get that wine rehooked up, but you can see that I have 3 happiness, probably because one of my wine deals just ended. So that's not terrible. There we go. Oh, hand axe as well, so they're going to need some reinforcements. Alright, let's fix that wine first. And I can work on upgrading my units here momentarily. So yeah, we do not want that producing units at all. So there's our scout archer. There's our regular scout. Let's repair the wine first. And I'm going to have to send this guy down here to help out, I think. So let's see here. Hand axe is the scarier one, but this one pumps out the units. We'll be killing them both anyway, so should be next turn. Not doing as awful as I could be. 5 turns until National College. I just want to avoid Sweden actually getting a city right here, and it looks like I should be able to. So there's a peninsula. So I've actually explored, because you can see the coastline up there. I've actually explored the extent of up here, which means Beijing and Rome. Wow, talk about crappy starting right next to each other. I guess they're east of India. Can I negotiate open borders with India? No, I can't. They want 1 horse. I don't want... Well, you know what? It does give me some map, so it's not like I'm using the horses. Why not? We'll do it this one time. It's not like India's going to be settling on me at all. Alright, so plantation. And here comes Axe people. So we'll fortify until healed. I can actually bombard over the mountains now. That's nice. And repair, so we can get even more happiness and get some trades in. So 6 turns until settler. Still debating where I want that 4th city. But I will get the National College first. So this guy's pretty much done. And we can actually explore east. Like I said, I just kind of want to understand what's going on with the map. Now I can't shoot over mountains. That's okay. Because this guy's going to get torn up really hard by that archer. Okay, so 7 gold per turn for wine. That's not bad. I don't really need to worry too much about luxury resources right now. Love to get flat gold eventually, but the only ones that I'm friends with doesn't really have a lot of money. So yeah, 7 gold per turn is fine. Said I just don't want to be not forward settled. It's not forward settling anymore. Let's see here. You're gonna die. Yay! Should be able to take you out in 2 turns. And let's see here. There's oh wow, another barbarian. So that's a lot of barbarians. Gandhi, you need to work on your barbarian issues. Okay, well we're finishing tradition. Yay! Happiness for every 10 citizens. We're not there yet. But the next question, it always gets a little tough for me. What do I want to adopt next? Do I want to go anywhere for honor, or do I just want to try and stall my culture until I get rationalism? And that's probably not going to be possible. But I do need to start focusing on my culture a little more. I need to start focusing on a few things here, but we'll get the barb camp first. Don't think there's any religions left. Oh, 1 religion left. So, see here. Need 21 faith to create a pantheon. We'll get there eventually. So here's our bowman. To at least get that camp. Have a bad history with the Swedes about that, so we'll... about taking my camps. So let's see here. 1, 2, that's not good. Farm here. We'll be starting to try and work this down here momentarily. Yay!
Would you be interested in a trade agreement?
So there we go. England a little bit rich still. Like I said, I like all that. Now I forget when I have to find a pantheon by. Wow, your scout was bombarded by a hand axe? That doesn't sound right. Okay, so that is a really good city spot. And I'm going to be zoned of controlled if I go that one way. So we got to go through Delhi. So how do I get to you guys is what I want to know. It's not there. It's probably not that way. If there's like a tiny ass land bridge, it's going to be a little frustrating. So National College is done. Yay! Cost goes up as more cities go in. So what do we need? Let's build a shrine first. Shrine, stoneworks, Colosseum. Let's go that order. And let's see here. I can actually build a circus before then, so that's good. And I'm going to need to get some military before too long, but still pretty good sized city. Don't need to focus as hard on production. So let's redo our tiles real quick. 1, 2, no specialist economy yet. Growing's nice, but I think those 3 hammers from the horses are pretty good. I wish it was a grasslands horse, but what can you do? Let's look at Dur real quick. decent, but would prefer this. Just so I can have it grow a little faster. Babylon and Akkad. Akkad is just running out of happy tiles. I really need a harbor in here. Or something. Something to help this up. I don't even have the right tech for harbor yet, so we'll get... Or not harbor, but lighthouse, so we'll get that before long. Almost to civil service and almost to education, so we're gonna be getting back on track momentarily here. Not momentarily, but it's gonna take a little bit. But 4 cities, I think, is the right amount of cities for this map. We'll get some more gold per turn and some food. Why am I stagnating still? Oh, because I'm building a settler, duh. Did I just increase the turns it's going to take for that settler to go? Yeah. So let's finish that up. Try and get a little bit of faith. You want it later. So let's see here. They want me to denounce Indonesia. That's an interesting city-state quest. They want a great artist. They want a great general, and otherwise it's kill barbarian encampments. But I don't know where these encampments are, but Sidon's is apparently pretty close. Probably up there somewhere. What unit needs orders? You need orders. We'll fortify until healed for now. Alright, so another plantation there. I have what spare resources? Right now, 3 exports for 1. I have 1 spice, because we control the universe. 2 horses. I can probably sell 2 more to somebody. Let's see here. Can I sell you 2 horses for 2 gold per turn? No. Who values horses? Do you value horses? No. Do you value horses? For most of your economy. Yes, you do. Alright, remember this when you want to nuke me later, Gandhi. You have no gold per turn, and I am siphoning your stuff out. The reason I do that is because I don't really need the horses right now. So let's see, where do we want to do with this worker? It probably is time to get my road networks together, but since I only have 2... What the what? Damn it. Really, horseman? Alright, well... We'll start sending the escort down here. Alright, so let's build another farm first. We'll build stoneworks down here. That's what I hate about this. Is like, the moment you think this barbarian camp is done, no, it's not done. Fortunately, I do have a bonus against melee units, so that's a start. Genoa, that's really far from where I was expecting Genoa to be. Do they have a quest to take out a city? Something? I don't know. Nothing yet. They're mercantile. Maybe I can actually steal that from them. No, they did it themselves. Alright, so again with the horsemen. So we'll send you down here. And here comes the settler. This is going to be a really nice spot. I know I don't have it fully explored, but... And for some reason somebody is stopping our... Who is actually... There's nobody here. Blocked by an enemy. Really. I do not see how it's being blocked by an enemy anywhere. Alright, well... Coliseum's done. Happiness back in the saddle here. Can start building some walls pretty soon. I think it's going to be a good idea to... Okay, we got a Writers Guild. Is this a good city for a Writers Guild? That should probably be my capital, but there's going to be plenty of food here eventually, so this may be the better one. So we'll get our Writers Guild first. And then this city doesn't produce a lot of gold. But we'll keep some of these things in mind. I'm not going to need another workboat just yet. What do we got down here? So circus first, just for a little bit more happiness, because I'm going to need more happiness before long. And over here we got our settler done, back to the watermill. Let's grow and get some more gold. It's a long... that makes the watermill take a lot longer, but we can make this happen. So we'll want to get amphitheaters before long too, probably. So let's hear what's over here. Is that more Rome? An unmet player. So there's our final opponent, who's purple. Is it Dido? I can't remember. It's gonna be hilarious because that means that I can send my 2 neighbors to war with each other. Yeah, hi Dido, Carthage. Carthage and the Swedes, natural friends, so all the time. Dido, a very notorious backstabber. So work time. But I actually already built a stoneworks there. Please tell me I built a quarry. Okay, so I just sent you there for nothing. Alright. You're going to be my road builder then. This is what I get for not being able to pay attention very well to everything. And I guess that guy's going to be able to handle it. So we'll see what looks like a good location down here. I want to get some forward scouting. And I don't need open borders. Even though you're trying to give me 2 gold per turn, no, we're not going to do that. Although I do want to be able to...
the only thing that saves us from the bureaucracy is
their civil service, which is great because that means I'm getting more food now. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look at Babylon here, because civil service should give me more for river farms. And I have plenty of those. Alright, so we're going to be growing a little bit faster now. Let's start with the road. And let's start with... can you actually take him out? Yeah. So let's nix this barb camp once and for all. More iron here. Do I settle on the iron? No, I don't think so. It's going to depend on what's over here. This is a surprisingly decent city spot. There's marble further over. Said I think the observatory is going to be worthwhile. We have a coastal sheep, which is also pretty damn nice. Let's go ahead and put you back up here. So we have lots of good locations. I do think this one might be the best, as nice as it would be to get an observatory. This hill is a little more defensible. It gives us coast, which is fantastical for trade routes. And that'll give us 3 or 4 coastal cities, everything but our capital, pretty much. I mean, if I settle here, it's on a river. We get this hill. We get 1 iron. This is 2 iron. There's 6 iron not far away. If I settle over here, we don't really have any. We don't have any tiles to work. I have to buy a tile, so we'll settle here. Let's see what else is over here. Not bad. So we get some fish too, and I may be able to actually buy that iron, even though that's going to piss off Sweden a little bit. So there we go. Sounds like a plan. So let's see here. I've got the National College. I've got a 4th city. Things are looking pretty decent compared to where they could be as we get some tundra down there. And wow, really guys? Okay, we'll go over here. So let's go ahead and say, okay, they want us now to found cities over here. That's a, is that better? It's a little further away than I'd like, but that may be a little more justifiable because it does give me, it gives me some fish. It gives me this. The iron's close by. But I kind of want that grassland hill sheep. So if I settle on the iron, I get to have all of this as workable. So screw it, we're going to do it. We're going to settle on the iron. I know it's not a hill. It's a plains hill, fresh grassland water. You know, it's kind of a weird place for me to think about just in terms of settling. I feel like I should have this down by now, but just looking at the stretch here, I can still work that iron. I can still work all of these tiles. If I settle a city here, this will still be pretty good. I miss out on 1 fish down there, but that's not the end of the world. It's not worth going all the way down there. I want these cities to still be fairly close to one another. So yeah, let's settle here. Yay, so we already have a hill sheep that we can work on, and first building is always going to be a granary. And let's go ahead and buy this tile and this tile. So we got both irons. Pretty good. That looks like a gourd or something, we'll say, but that's it for now. This is I think a good place to stop. This is Way to Fail with more Civ 4. Oh my god, Civ 4. We're talking so long ago now. With Civilization 5, where I am Babylon. I have 4 cities, and we shall see kind of where the future holds. But I hope you enjoyed it. That's it for now. See you next time.